Y'all do the most unnecessary stuff. Just go to the store. They're already prepared at the store. No need to go out and kill them when it's already at the store. These are the type of comments that I absolutely love because it solidifies my purpose into concrete. So let me ask you one question. If tomorrow you had absolutely no way to access a grocery store, you had no electricity, no gas, no heat, no food, what are you going to do? You're going to rely on the government to help save you? Because usually, if a natural disaster happens, the government doesn't step in until the disaster has ended, and then they make a plan to then go help people. And that could end up being weeks to maybe even months. I don't consider myself a prepper, but I do consider myself more of like a survivalist or just someone who would like to be prepared. I don't believe that there's like a doomsday or anything like that. I just want to be able to take care of myself and be self-reliant in a situation that may happen, like a disaster or even a snow day. Like in Minnesota, we get snow days and we might get snowed in. Things might happen. If you live in the South or West Coast or East Coast, natural disasters happen a lot more frequently. So my whole thing here is being prepared. I'm starting with squirrels, rabbits, and small rodents and animals and stuff like that, but someday I'll have my own homestead and then I'll raise my own meat and I'll have to be able to do this too. I won't need to rely on a grocery store for my food. And if you want to rely on the grocery store for your food, you're more than welcome to, but don't come running to people like me who is prepared for food and water and everything else if something happens. Like right now, I'm not perfect. I don't have everything planned out if an emergency did happen, but I know enough, to take care of myself right now. I would like to be able to procure more food and more resources, but right now I'm learning. That's why I'm called Clueless Bushcraft. And I'm just here to document the things that I do, and hopefully people are interested and they're learning along the way. That's what I'm doing. There's another type of comment that I see often too, where people are always judging and hating the fact that I show people that I like dispatch animals and stuff like that, or process animals. And the funny thing is, like, homesteaders and farmers do that almost on a daily basis. They do it on a much larger scale than I do. They just don't show any of that. And a lot of them, in my opinion, they kind of romanticize all of it. They don't show like the dirty side of like homesteading and self-reliance. And I kind of want to be that bridge that connects people to that world, that dirty side of homesteading and self-reliance and survival, because it's not always pretty. How people watch TV shows and movies and read books and all of that, and it always usually romanticizes like homesteading and all of that. Like on social media, like people are really interested in it. There's videos of people going out into the woods and they make it look pretty. They make it look like very, very aesthetic, right? And I like it, but at the same time, I kind of hate it because it gives people the wrong idea about bushcraft and survival and homesteading. They don't show people a live animal living and breathing and then butcher it and then eat it. I mean, there are people out there that do that, but they still do it in a way where it kind of romanticizes the entire topic. So yeah, it's kind of funny to see people like hate on me for doing what I do when like farmers and like homesteaders do it almost daily, and they do it to feed you. So if you're a meat eater or even just a vegan even, like you owe a whole ton of your food to farmers. You don't say anything bad about them, do you? But you say everything like under the sun about me, because I'm just a singular individual that is actually showing you the truth and showing you what's actually going on. But people don't want to see that. I understand why people don't want to see it, but I feel like it's necessary for people to see it. Because people shouldn't be disconnected from their food like this. It's obnoxious how bad it is. Like, some people don't even know like a particular food was once an animal or something, like a living, breathing animal. And I feel like people are so disconnected from it, and it upsets me. You should know where your food comes from. And there's another thing that people often say. They assume that I enjoy like killing animals and butchering animals and stuff like that. And the thing is, they don't realize, they're not standing next to me, and they don't realize like how difficult it is to do all of this. It's not easy. I make it look easy because I'm shooting it for like social media. I'm a content creator. I know how to make it look easy, but it's not really easy. Mentally, it's pretty challenging, and I have a hard time, how do I want to say this? I have a hard time kind of starting. Like, I know that I want to process an animal, and I kind of commit to it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to process this animal, but I have to find like the right day, the right temperature, and have to get things set up. And I kind of procrastinate a lot before I am mentally prepared to actually process an animal. Like, it's not fun shooting and killing an animal and then seeing them like wiggle around, for like those brief moments as it's like dying. It's not fun seeing it, and like, you don't see it. Like, I don't really necessarily show you like from start to finish the whole thing, because I kind of can't, because of community guidelines and all of that stuff from all the different platforms. If you ever have an opportunity, watch it all happen from start to finish. It'll change you, and you'll understand where I'm coming from, because not only are you seeing it visually, you're smelling it, you're hearing it, and if you are actually the one like doing it, you're feeling it too. And then later on, you even taste it in the air, or even taste it because you cook and eat it. So like, all of your senses are involved in the entire process of killing an animal, butchering it and eating it and everything. Like, all five senses are involved. But when you watch it behind a camera screen, only a few of your senses are involved, like sight and hearing, right? You don't have touch, you don't have taste, you don't have smell. And so you don't know what it's like unless you've done it yourself. But yeah, it's a quick rant video, I guess. I don't know. I'm not upset or anything. I just love seeing comments like this because it opens up a really nice discussion that I like to give once in a while. So if you have any thoughts or concerns or whatever you want to say or share, let me know in the comments. I love to read them. I love to hear all the feedback, and I will see you in the next video. All right.